this video, we're going to be discussing the best cosmetic stripe options for your 2024 Mustang. Let's do work. What's up, boys and girls? Just an unscripted video reviewing the best paint and stripe options your money can buy for the 2024 Mustang. We're going to be checking out the Configurator, which is finally up and running. Although not as good as the 2018 Configurator was, not even close. They had much more detailed interior photos of the last one, but it's cool that they do have the stripes up here. It's not cool that most people have already ordered on faith, but better late than never. Good job, Ford, for getting this online. We're going to take a look at the GT Premium Fastback first. Be sure to check out my last video if you want to see real-world spy shot images. Your boy paid $250 for those, but the video's only making about $5, so please go watch to support your boy. Even let it run in the background. You guys rock. Okay, so first we are looking at iconic silver metallic, which I find to look extremely hot. If we click on the matte black / red accent over the top stripe, all of these cost $475. These are vinyl on the GT Premium, and I think this one looks hot. This is definitely a contender for my top choice. I mean, this is beautiful, especially if you got this with a red interior, which let's go ahead and scroll down and do. Carmine red installed. Okay, the Carmine red is going to need the 401A. Yes, we know that. Okay. All right, so you can't see it from here, but if you click on the interior, you can get a general idea of what the Carmine red looks like. We all know what that looks like already, but unfortunately it doesn't show from this angle. But I think if you could see the red from outside the car, it would look even hotter. I do love this silver metallic with that black over the top stripe there with the red pinstripes built in. I think it looks awesome with these shadow silver painted aluminum rims, which are 19 inches. This is definitely a top contender. Let's take a quick little peek around. That's what it looks like from the rear. I do wish that this stripe had come down the back plate here and even proceeded under the license plate like I had on my GT and also my GT350, but it still looks good anyway. All right, you get the picture. Next, let's actually go backwards here. Let's go to the shadow black, and we're looking at the pinstripe red over the top. This is definitely one of my top picks. This is how I configured my car initially. You know what? To make this look its hottest, let's go ahead and change this to the GT Performance package, and in one click we get $5,000 poorer, but it looks so good. This has the carbonized gray painted aluminum rims, and it looks good. Love that pinstripe. Let's take a look at how it looks from the top, from the back. I just love this back end here with that nice performance package spoiler. Here's how it looks from the front. Definitely one of my top contenders here. So far we have looked at my top 2 contenders. I think this would look so hot, especially with the Carmine red interior. We here at Rated R Cars, soon to be known as Ducati Diaries, think that this is a hot option. All right, let's look at the shadow black with the black stripe with gray accent. I think this looks pretty unique, but just not as sharp as with the red pinstripe, although I do like this, especially from this angle right here. It's a good looking stripe package, but ultimately we're gonna go ahead and choose the red as our top contender. And you cannot do the light gray because it's going to replace shadow black with race red. So we'll take a look at that later. All right, let's go to Oxford white. Wow, Oxford white already with that black and red pinstripe is super hot. I love that. Looks so good. Just helps the car stand out. Their Oxford white is already beautiful and shiny and glossy looking. I love it. But when you add that matte black with the red pinstripe, oh man, this makes it so unique. I am so glad that Ford, and once again, sometimes I slap them around. You guys know who I am. I am not a fanboy here, but I give them praise when it's due, and praise is due here. I do love that they have these built-in vinyl stripes, and I do love that they have them for a very reasonable price of $475. Good job, Ford. Farley, you done good this time. Okay, let's take a look at race red. Okay, so that's going to pull off the matte black and red. I think they should have kept that on. That would have looked cool with the matte black with the little red pinstripe in there. But let's see what we got here. Can we do the dark? Yes. Okay, so I don't know why that says racing stripe removal, because it's adding it. But whatever, sometimes stuff glitches, fine. I think that looks pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think, but I think that looks pretty cool. All right, so checking out the over-the-top opacity fade accent stripe here. I had this in my spy shots video out in the wild, in the real world, so be sure to check that out as I mentioned. But yeah, that's cool. I like a subtle stripe like this, but I do like the pinstripe with the black better. So ultimately, we're not going to choose this color combination for our top choice. However, if we take a look at Rapid Red Metallic Tinted Clear Coat, which is gorgeous, I think actually that looks a lot better with the over-the-top opacity fade accent stripe. Please find easier to pronounce names, Ford. I think this looks near perfect. Let's take a look and see if we can get the gray here. Yes, yes. I love that with that sort of cherry red, shiny tinted clear coat color with the light gray and the black or matte black stripe. We think this looks hot. Let's try red, see what happens. Oh, they do let you choose red on this color. Oh, yes. Another top contender, ladies and gentlemen, with the black stripe over here, matte black with red accent over the top stripe on the red paint. I think that looks really cool. Definitely cooler than if I were just going to get red alone. I just love the accent. Let's take a look how that looks from the top, from the side, from the left front. Gorgeous choice. Definitely a contender for top spot. Okay, up next, Atlas Blue Metallic. Let's see if they do a red stripe on this. Yeah, they do. Actually, I think this looks pretty cool. It kind of looks, I don't know, sporty, a little bit more athletic. Kind of looks like a sneaker. I don't know. Maybe this one's not for me. Let's take a look at how it looks from the side and the top and the back and all that good stuff here. Yeah, I like it, but let's take a look at some of the other options. Here's how we look with the black stripe with gray accent. I like this better, actually. I think this is a good, unique color. I'm so glad that Ford did this multi-tone stripe. This one's definitely a better option. Is it a contender for top place? TBD. Okay, let's see what we can do with the opacity stripe here. Yep, opacity, just like with the other ones, a very subtle hint of a racing stripe. Good looking, but so far I do prefer the second option here with the gray. But moving on, Grabber Blue Metallic. Also can't go wrong with that black and red pinstripe on this version as well. I think it looks unique. However, I think the gray might look a little bit better. Let's check it out and see. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe the red looks a little bit better in this case. I think so. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is it a contender for the best one? I'm not sure. So far, the opacity is cool, but it's just not competing with this red pinstripe, in my opinion. I think that would win for this color combination here. Let's move on to Dark Matter Gray Metallic. Of course, you know how I'm going to feel about this. This was my second choice after Shadow Black with the red pinstripe. Absolutely love this, especially with the carmine red interior. This is definitely a contender for top spot. Let's take a look at this second one here. This is also a nice combination with the black stripe and gray accent here, but definitely not as sleek looking as the red. Let's take a look at opacity. Is it opacity or opacity? Actually, I do like the opacity on this one. Looks pretty cool. Definitely choosing the black with red pinstripe, though, for my favorite. Next, Vapor Blue Metallic. You know what? You throw that black with red pinstripe pretty much on every single color here, and you make your car that much hotter, okay? Love it. Check in the gray. Very cool. I do like this color combination. It's kind of like, it's very subtle, but it does give you a unique aspect to your Vapor Blue Metallic, which is already a pretty unique color here. I would say that this is going to be a top contender for me in this gray, black stripe with gray accent. I like it more than the red stripe. Let's check out opacity, whatever. I like this as well, guys. Man, Ford has given us some good choices. Some good choices to play with here. But I would actually have to choose black stripe with gray accent as my choice for this color. Coming up, the very loud yellow splash metallic. We're starting off with black stripe with gray accent, and I think that looks pretty cool. We do have the yellow splash metallic on my Spy Shots video. Let's take a look at what it looks like with the red. I have a feeling it's going to be... Nope. Actually, you can't do that at all. I was going to say I think that would be hot on this color, but I guess you can't. You choose it. Okay, let's look at the opacity. Yeah, I'm not feeling the opacity on this one. I guess I would have to go with the gray pinstripe on this one. And finally, we have the carbonized gray metallic with the black stripe and gray accent. I think that gives your carbonized gray metallic, again, a little bit of uniqueness. Here's what it would look like without it. I don't know. I guess I'd prefer this car maybe without it. I think it looks very, I don't know, kind of looks more menacing without it. However, with the black and red pinstripe, you know how I feel about gray and red. That's going to be a winner right there. So that is going to be a contender for my top choice. There's nothing like a gray with a red pinstripe or a black with a red pinstripe. Okay, I think that there are some differences with the Ecoboost. Let's take a quick look. Let's start with Shadow Black here. Over the top racing stripe. So they don't have the red pinstripe here as far as I can see. Oh, they do, but it looks different. Oh, that's interesting. So for the Ecoboost, the red comes down and then it sort of comes together way up here instead of down towards the grill. Interesting. So if I did have an Ecoboost, I would definitely do this. So let's move to our next color here. Oxford White. Oh, okay. So the black stripe does actually come down to the grill. The red pinstripe does not. Very interesting. Ford mixing things up like this. I definitely would choose this if I were going to buy an Oxford White Ecoboost. Okay, so let's take a look at Vapor Blue Metallic here with the gloss gray, semi-gloss black painted stripe. Looking good. If I were going to get this color, I'd probably get that, but let's take a look at the black. Yeah, I don't know. That's a close call. Let's take a look at the opacity one. Yeah, I'd probably go with this one, actually. I like the blue with that light gray. And then the dark gray on the center. I think that looks great. If I were going to get an Ecoboost, this might be my top choice right here. But let's go back to the GT. Okay, so my top choices are going to be black with the red pinstripe. Next up is going to be iconic silver metallic, also with the red pinstripe, and the carbonized gray metallic. We're going to choose with the red pinstripe. So those are my top 3. Let's see if we can squeeze in an honorable mention here. I would say the honorable mention here is the Vapor Blue Metallic with the black stripe with gray accent. We think this is a unique color. I think Vapor Blue Metallic is one of Ford's best colors that they've ever done. And adding that black stripe with gray accent just makes it pop, makes it a little bit more unique, makes it more your own. There's nothing on the road that I've seen like this. So yeah, this is going to be our honorable mention. And the only reason I say honorable mention is because I usually only go with black or gray for my cars, but that's always subject to change. Take a look at the motorcycle I just got. Check out my video on this, by the way. This bike is number 40 of only 100 made, the Ducati Hypermotard RVE Special Edition. I'll put a link to it at the end of this video if you're interested. Okay, so popping all of the options on screen now. Drop a comment below which design you think is the best, or if you have another idea for your favorite design, put that in the comments as well. Wow, this black with the black stripe and gray accent actually looks really hot too. So this is going to be my number 1 choice. Shadow black paint, red pinstripe over the top, red carmine leather interior on the inside. We just think it's a beautiful combination. It's menacing, it's sleek, it's daring. This is the Rated R Cars, soon to be known as Ducati Diaries, top choice for the 2024 Mustang. Let me know your favorite color combo below. Until then, always remember the motto, always be kinder than necessary, and I will see you in the next one.